Excuse me. Excuse me, hi. Can I interview you for my YouTube channel?
Huh?
Can I interview you for my YouTube channel?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. It's about your feet, mental health,
okay.
and sex positivity. That's cool?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Are you gonna actually have to film me though?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Are you cool with that? All right.
Yeah.
Let me wait till you get your drink and my drink.
Okay.
Then we'll go up there.
What's
Thank
it
you.
about?
It's about your feet and mental health.
What about your feet though?
I want to interview you about your feet, how you feel about your feet.
Oh.
How do you feel about like, you know, the interaction between a guy and a woman who compliments you about your feet.
Oh, okay.
Your reaction to it, to see, because I teach other foot photographers. I'm a foot
okay.
photographer, and I teach other foot photographers how to push strangers,
Oh,
and how to
okay.
get over anxiety of interacting with women and talking to them about their feet, because it's kind of like a uncomfortable subject, can be.
Yeah, totally.
So I like to get the interaction. Is that me? You can find some lighting. Let's go up here.
Okay.
I want some lighting. Okay, let's sit right here. Have a seat right here. All right.
What kind of questions do you ask?
You'll see. I want you to get a raw reaction. So you, natural reaction and everything, you'll see. It's simple, very simple.
Okay.
All right, so what just happened just now?
I was ordering a drink and you asked if you could interview me.
Okay, and what is the interview about?
You said about feet and mental health.
Right. So why did you say yes to the interview?
I don't know. I'm just chilling today, so.
All right,
why
cool.
not?
How do you feel about the subject matter being about your feet?
Kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to expect, I guess.
All right, how do you feel about your feet?
I think they're fine.
They're fine?
I think they look nice sometimes.
Okay, do you think you have pretty feet?
I guess when I get them done, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. How often do you wear like open-toed shoes or sandals?
Pretty often, I guess. I wear like slides a lot.
Slides? Okay. Do you ever get compliments on your feet?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
My roommate.
Is it male or female?
Female. Yeah.
Female? How do you feel when you get a compliment?
I mean, I think it's nice. I think it's like a maintenance thing, so it's nice, but I don't like love it. I don't know, it's fine.
Okay, let's do this. Because the sun is in your eyes.
Yeah, it is.
Back up right here. As long as, yeah, right here is fine.
Thank you.
Come a little closer. Like right here, sit right here.
Oh. I feel like I'm sweating.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Better? All right. So if a guy were to give you a compliment about your feet, how would you feel?
I mean, I think it's nice. It's always nice to get a compliment from a guy, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would feel cool about it?
Yeah.
It being about your feet?
Yeah, I mean, if he's like fixating on them, that might be a little interesting, but if he's just saying that they look nice, then yeah.
Got it. How do you feel about a guy who's really into feet? Like he likes to get foot massages, smell on your feet, kiss on your feet, lick on your feet?
Not really into that.
Not really into that? Why not?
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. It's just interesting to like fixate on one part of someone, I guess. I mean, if he like likes them, that's fine. But I don't know about kissing and stuff like that.
You wouldn't be receptive to it?
Receptive?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't know. They're just like on the ground every day, so they're kind of seen as a little bit more dirty, I guess, to everyone.
But if they were clean?
No, I know, but I just mean like I think everyone in society pictures them as like a little bit more dirty or something.
Yeah, but I mean that's society. But I'm saying between you and the guy in that moment.
Yeah, probably not super into it.
Not into it? What's the worst thing that could happen?
What would happen?
What's the worst thing that could happen?
Oh. I mean, none of it's like bad. I just don't think it would do anything. Like it wouldn't like. It might just kind of make me a little bit uncomfortable. But I don't think there's anything like terrible that would happen.
Okay. Do you have a therapist?
Mm-hmm.
Have they ever talked to you about dialectical behavioral therapy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with that, if a person like suffers from anxiety,
Yeah.
like a fear of meeting new people, approaching strangers,
Yeah.
they'll tell you to go out and expose yourself to that and do it over and over again, so you can get used to the uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah.
And when you start feeling that uncomfortable feeling, you're supposed to ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen?
Okay.
So if you can't assess that there's a threat to your health or a threat to your safety, they say ignore that uncomfortable feeling and proceed, so that you don't miss out on life. Basically, you want to live your life to the fullest.
Okay.
And you don't want to close yourself off from potential pleasant experiences.
Right.
So that's why I asked you, what's the worst thing that could happen?
Okay.
It might be uncomfortable to experience that,
Right.
but again, it's designed to be a pleasant experience.
Right.
What's the worst thing that could happen from it? You know?
Are you like into that or something, or what's this YouTube channel about?
I'm a foot photographer,
Oh, okay.
and so I like women's feet.
Okay.
My therapist gave me this idea, and I was like, you know what? Since I'm a foot photographer and I like feet, why don't I combine the two together, the mental health thing, and teach people how to approach women and like get them talking about the feet and the whole. You want to need to back up a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that's what it's about, just helping everybody else like adjust to like how, basically getting different women's reactions
Oh, okay.
to the
Have
subject.
You interviewed anyone else today?
Today, you're my first today.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah. So what do you think about the whole situation?
This exchange.
Yeah. How do you feel? I see you kind of fidgety a little bit. Are you uncomfortable right now?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I think it's interesting. I've never been asked about that. I've also never been like filmed, so it's just kind of interesting.
Oh, okay. Kind of
But-
camera shy.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's just.
So how are you coping with the situation?
What do you mean coping?
Meaning like it's uncomfortable. You've never been filmed before. It's something new, but you're still doing it.
Yeah.
So how do you get over being uncomfortable?
I mean, I guess like since we're just outside and like we're on campus where I go to school, I feel comfortable. If you
Okay.
approached me somewhere that I didn't know, and maybe we were like inside, I would feel pretty uncomfortable.
I see.
But it's like my surroundings and I know where I am, so I feel fine.
All right.
Yeah.
So can we see what your feet look like close up? Bare feet?
No,
No? Why not?
I don't have them painted right now.
So? What's the worst that could happen?
I just don't want to.
You just don't want to?
No.
So,
Thank you though.
so you don't want to show your feet.
No.
When I asked you what's the worst thing that could happen,
Mm-hmm.
can you think of anything, or that's just something you don't want to?
I mean, I guess it's just the worst thing. I just don't really want them on the internet type of thing.
Okay.
Not that anything, like a bomb's not gonna drop. I just don't really want them like posted, I guess.
If it was posted on the internet, what was the worst thing that could happen from that?
I don't know. It just might make me a little like. I don't like to be super public.
Okay.
It might make me a little uncomfortable.
Okay. All right. So about my approach, how did you think about my approach to you?
To me,
Yeah.
it was fun.
Mhm. Any
I
suggestions?
didn't think you were gonna interview me about feet.
Okay.
But yeah.
Do you have any suggestions, modifications, critiques I can make to my approach to make better? Anything bad about it? Anything good about it?
Nothing bad. Maybe you could ease into it a tiny bit more, like just asking me what I got or like how my day's going, my name,
Okay.
and then ask if you could interview maybe.
Okay.
A little more introduction, but I think it was fun.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Any parting words?
No.
All right, then. That's it. Take care.
Cool.
All right. All right, so what just happened just now? How do we get to this moment?
I was just on a walk around campus and he approached me, asked if I would interview for this very strange topic, but
And what's the topic about?
men's obsession with women's feet.
Not obsession, just men who likes women's
Men
feet.
who like women's feet, okay.
Yeah, it's a difference.
Okay.
All right, so how do you feel about the subject matter?
Because the foot is, I've always had a very, I don't know how the idea of it always kind of like weirded me out.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I wonder what the appeal is. Like I don't really understand the appeal. And,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really know.
All right. Why did you say yes to the interview?
I just thought it was interesting, and it's been a while since I've had an interaction like this. So,
Oh, really? Okay. How
Yeah.
long has it been?
I mean, I don't often get like asked to do interviews like this, but I don't know. I just thought it'd be like a change this is an interesting
Okay.
interaction, you know?
Awesome. So, how do you feel about your feet?
I feel normal, I guess.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
How often do you wear open-toe shoes, sandals?
I'd say like maybe on hot days I wear them pretty often.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you ever get compliments?
No.
No? Okay. Do you get pedicures?
No, I don't.
No. Okay. How do you feel about a guy who likes women's feet?
My initial reaction is like ew, like oh, like what do you like about
Yeah.
them? Like I don't know, like it's just feet. Like feet look weird. They're one of like the weirdest looking parts of the body, in my opinion.
But some men find beauty in it, especially if you have
I can understand that. Like similar
Okay.
to how other people find beauty in other things that people might not understand.
Right.
You know.
How would you feel if a guy wanted to give you like a foot massage, rub on your feet, kiss on your feet, smell on your feet, lick on your feet?
Foot massage is probably like the furthest I would go without feeling too weird about it.
Okay.
Like I have a partner and he gives me foot massages sometimes, but it's never gone to that point where he's asked me to do those things because he's not one of those. He doesn't have that type of interest.
Yeah.
I suppose if someone did ask me, or if my partner did ask me, my first reaction would be like, why? And then, like, I don't know. I've never delved into like footishes or like foot foreplay or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
What's the worst that could
imagine,
happen?
Yeah, I imagine the experience to be a little strange.
It would be strange. What's the worst that could happen though?
I don't know. I just have this idea of feet. Like I've always seen them as like these weird, like I know everyone has them.
Yeah.
But when it comes to having some sort of like attraction specifically to feet,
Yeah.
I personally feel a bit weird about it. And,
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the way that society's like, the tropes of like, oh, smelly feet, oh, skinny feet, ugly feet, Like, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it.
Can we see what your feet look like? Bare feet?
I don't really feel comfortable with that.
You don't? What's the worst that could happen?
I'd rather not, though.
Okay. Is there a reason why, particularly? How do you feel about showing your feet?
I mean, first of all, like, you're a complete stranger.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where this video is going. Obviously, YouTube, but like, I don't know what kind of people are gonna see it. So, and like, I was just running, so I'd rather not take me off my running shoes.
Okay. Well, let me bring in the mental health aspect of it.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Let me bring in the mental health aspect of it. So my therapist gave me this idea. She taught me about dialectical behavioral therapy. Are you familiar with that?
No.
You have a therapist?
Repeat the kind
Do
of
you
therapy?
do you have a therapist?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay, so if somebody's dealing with anxiety, let's say they have a fear of talking to people, like meeting new people, meeting strangers, dialectical behavioral therapy will tell you to go out and to approach people and put yourself in that position where you have to meet people, so you'll experience that feeling, and then you're supposed to cope with that feeling by asking yourself, what's the worst thing that can happen? If there's not a threat to your life or a threat to your health, then you're supposed to act opposite to what that feeling is telling you to do, and to engage, because you don't want to cut yourself off from pleasant experiences, potential pleasant experiences. You might feel anxious about it, you might feel uncomfortable about it, but if you don't experience it, you might be missing out on something you might find pleasure in. So, you say you don't want to show your feet to a stranger. Have you ever done that before?
No.
So how do you know you might not like it and enjoy it? Even though it might be new, it might be an uncomfortable experience, but
I feel like if we're talking about, the attraction to feet
Yeah.
or the interest in feet, I feel like me taking off my shoes and showing my bare feet is like, gives off like a sexual kind of, like, I don't know, I don't want to, like, in this like topic that we're talking about, like, if I don't want to purposefully take off my shoes for that reason.
is that a bad thing? You think that would be negative? If someone saw your feet and was sexually attracted to your feet, you're saying that's a bad thing?
I think the difference in that is me actively allowing it. Like, say if I was at the beach and like I just so happened to like have my shoes off and someone complimented them, I would be like, okay, and there would have been nothing I could have done to influence that direction. But me like just having like a normal conversation like this and like about this topic, talking about this, and you know, just me taking off my shoes, like for the purpose of like, you know, showing it, to like give some sort of like background of, you know, what we're talking about. And like it also has to do with the fact that like I'm in a relationship, and you know, that kind of interaction, showing my feet on camera to a stranger, it doesn't sit right with me.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
Like I can understand that, you know, though I've never done it myself, you know, like who knows if I won't like it or not. But in my head, because I haven't experienced it, I don't see how I would enjoy it, or like what pleasure I would get out of it.
Okay.
And nor am I really like eager to find out.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Well, how did you think about my approach in this like whole interaction? What do you think about it? Like, was there anything good about it, bad about it? You have any suggestions that can make it better?
I liked like how the way that this conversation got brought up. It wasn't like an initial. Hold on, excuse me. Let me find the right words for it. Like we're just having a conversation about it.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you know, two people just talking about it as if it were just like a normal subject, and you know, it didn't start off with, "Hey, can you show me your feet?" You know, because that would come off as very weird. I don't think I would have agreed to an interview if you approached like saying that initially. You know.
Yeah.
And like it's like I understand people have their fetishes, you know, and it's definitely rooted in psychology, and it's interesting to, you know, like it would be interesting to, you know, learn a little bit about it, and you know, like how you said, and how it ties to mental health. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's like what interested me about it.
Okay.
So yeah, I like the approach that you took with, you know, tying it to something more than just, you know, oh, you like feet, or like men like feet.
Right.
Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, like surrounding the conversation around mental health it was a good approach.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Any parting words?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time and energy, and enjoy the rest of your walk.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Excuse me? Hi, excuse me. Can I interview you for my YouTube channel? Can I interview you for my YouTube channel?
What's your YouTube channel about?
It's about mental health and your feet.
My feet?
Yeah, your feet. I'm a foot photographer, so I approach strangers, and I teach other foot photographers how to get over anxiety, talking to new people.
Yeah, I'm just going to get tested at the basketball court, so I have to go now.
Okay, so you don't have time?
I mean, after, I don't know.
How long will that take, do you think?
I have to go in. It'll take like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. So you'll do the interview then?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
You just come here looking for people to interview?
I go everywhere. The beach, campuses.
Is it feet and mental health?
Feet and mental health, yeah.
Like how you walk? Or...
No. Like, how do you feel about your feet?
Oh.
Like, how do you, like, you know, how do you feel about a person who would be interested in your feet? Have you ever got compliments on your feet? Things like that. Yep. Let's see what the lighting looks like. That's too much sun. Let's go this way. That's too much sun. Let me see. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, sit right here. Alrighty. Okay, so what just happened just now?
What?
Well, how did we get to this moment in time in reality?
You asked me if you could interview me.
Right. What's the interview about?
You said feet and mental health.
Right. So, how did you feel when I approached you and asked you to do this?
Okay.
Okay.
Seemed interesting.
Okay. Why did you say yes to the interview?
I don't know, because I haven't done anything lately, so
It's exciting.
yeah.
Okay, that's good. All right. So, how do you feel about your feet?
About my feet,
Yeah.
they're alright.
Okay. Let's try this again. How do you feel about your feet again?
They're okay.
They're okay.
Yeah.
How often do you wear like open-toed shoes, sandals?
Pretty often.
Pretty often.
Yeah.
Do you ever get compliments?
No.
No. Never. Okay. How would you feel if a guy gave you a compliment about your feet?
Kind of
Weird?
weird. Yeah.
Why? Why weird?
I don't know. No one ever compliments them, so like, I don't know. And people kind of like, footprints have become a thing now. People are like, oh, no one should see your feet unless they're paying for them. So it's just kind of like a funny thing to me now.
Mm-hmm.
And most people don't really like feet that I know.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone says feet are gross, so if someone likes them, it's just kind of weird.
It's odd. Okay.
Yeah.
If they gave you a compliment, would you feel good about it? Would you feel bad about it?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't feel bad. But
Okay.
it's just like a weird thing to say to someone.
I see. Okay. What if a guy was really into your feet? Like he wanted to give you a foot massage, rub on them, kiss on them, smell on them, lick on them.
I don't know. If I want him to, then sure.
Would you be receptive to it?
If I like him.
If you like them, only if you like them.
Yeah, I don't want someone I don't like touching my feet.
Just in general.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So okay. What's the worst thing that could happen from someone touching your feet, even if you didn't like them? Well, I mean, let's say it was consensual, and they touched your feet. What's the worst thing that could happen?
Nothing.
Nothing.
They stink, maybe. I don't know.
They stink. Okay.
Probably wouldn't though.
Okay. But so nothing would happen. So would you accept the situation, the experience?
Probably.
You would accept it probably. Okay. All right. That's good. Can we see what your feet look like close up? Bare feet?
No.
No. Why not?
Because I don't want to take my shoes off.
Why don't you want to take your shoes off?
Because I don't want to put them back on.
Because you don't want to put them back on?
Yeah.
So what's the worst that could happen from you taking your shoes off and putting them back on?
I don't want my feet on the internet like that.
You don't want them on the internet, so that's what it really is about. You don't want them on the internet?
No.
Why not? What's the worst thing that could happen?
A bunch of people see my feet.
Say again?
A bunch of people see my feet.
What's bad about that?
Like that.
What's the worst thing that... Okay, so your feet are on the internet. It's on YouTube. It gets 1,000 views. People are like, wow, her feet are beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. That's bad? You think that's bad?
I don't need attention for my feet.
Why not? What do you have to lose?
No, I just don't like it.
You just don't like it.
I don't know what I have to lose, but I don't like it.
You don't know what you have to lose, but you don't like it. Okay. All right. That's very interesting. So you wouldn't cross that line of showing your feet on the internet because you just don't like it.
No.
That's all. Okay. All right. Do you have a therapist?
I'm getting one today.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Because,
Are you being serious?
yeah.
Oh, really? A mental health therapist?
I have an appointment later today.
Okay. Well, they might talk to you about dialectical behavioral therapy. My therapist gave me this idea.
Uh-huh.
So with dialectical behavioral therapy, if you have like a fear of approaching strangers, meeting new people, you get anxiety from it, they'll tell you to go out and to do what I'm doing, to approach people and talk to them over and over and over again, expose yourself to that uncomfortable feeling so that you can learn how to cope with the uncomfortable feeling. The rationale being if there's not a threat to your health or a threat to your safety, then you're supposed to proceed even though you feel uncomfortable because you don't want to close yourself off from living life to its fullest.
Like exposure therapy kind of? Yeah.
Like that, yeah. So that's why I ask these questions, like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Because like we got to the point where you say you just don't want to show your feet on the internet because you just don't like it. Well, you see, from my perspective, if I were to say, oh, I don't want to meet new people because I just don't like the feeling, they would say, well, I mean, but you could be preventing yourself from experiencing a pleasant event. It could be pleasurable to have your feet on the internet. You don't know because you never experienced it.
I don't think I have anything to gain from having my feet on the internet besides creepy men giving me compliments on them. So
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Do you think I'm a creepy guy for asking you to do that?
I mean,
Be honest.
You had a purpose. I don't know.
Be honest.
You didn't push, so it's fine.
All right. Okay. Do you have any recommendations, suggestions, modifications I can make to my approach to this whole experience to make it better?
No.
Was there anything bad about it?
No, it's fine.
All right. Any parting words?
I don't know. You should probably charge people to look at your feet. You know?
You say what?
You should charge people to look at your feet. It's an economy now. Like, it's a job.
So if I were to pay you, you let me see your feet.
Maybe. if you told me
Ah, okay. So money chases the whole thing. Mental health doesn't, but money does. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that. Take care. Usually I have my GoPro on, but I forgot to bring it today, so I can like record the approach and all of that. But let me do like a environment thing so everybody can see. Okay, so what just happened just now? How did we get here?
I came here for picnic.
A picnic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Vlog for my makeup tutorial.
Okay. And what happened? How did we meet?
Met in front of the elevator.
Yeah.
It's LA.
Mm-hmm. And what did I ask?
You asked if I'm willing to film a video with you.
Yeah. What's the video about?
It's about women anxiety.
It's about women's feet.
Oh, women's feet.
Yeah. And how I relate that to mental health. So let me give you a background on everything. So I'm a foot photographer. I take photos of women's feet.
Oh.
Yeah. And so my therapist gave me an idea about dialectical behavioral therapy. Do you have a therapist?
No.
Okay. You didn't know it was about feet? Because you seem kind of like confused now.
Yeah, because I wasn't thinking about the feet, and I just I'm not sure about the feet if I want to film my feet.
You don't want to film your feet?
No. Sorry.
No? That's
No.
fine. Okay. So do you want to still do the interview about your feet?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So let me talk
How
about
does
them.
it relate to mental health?
I'm about to explain right now. Okay, so my therapist gave me the idea about dialectical behavioral therapy. So let's say you have a fear of approaching strangers, or like fear of meeting new people. In DBT, they'll tell you to go out and to approach new people. Put yourself in that situation where you have to basically experience that feeling that makes you uncomfortable. And at that moment, you're supposed to do a self-assessment and ask yourself, what's the worst thing that can happen? If there's not a threat to my life or a threat to my safety, my health, then you're supposed to act opposite to what that feeling is making you do, meaning to proceed with it, to overcome that feeling. So, what I do on my YouTube channel is I teach foot photographers, because I like women's feet and I take photos of women's feet. That's something that is enjoyable for me. Also, they tell you to keep a diary of things that make you happy, that bring you pleasure. So for me, taking photos of women's feet. So instead of writing it down, I do videos. I document it by video, and I say, you know what, let me start a YouTube channel so I can teach other people how to get over their fears of approaching strangers. That's why I say usually I wear a GoPro so I can show myself actually going up to you and talking to you, just get your permission to do this. But I forgot to bring that today, so. But yeah, do you understand the connection now?
Yeah, but I'm not sure about how, like, the feet still, like, connecting to the anxiety part.
Oh, because some guys are fearful of maybe even telling a woman that she has nice feet. There are a lot of guys out there who are like, because there's sometimes feet have like a taboo associated with it, a negative connotation with it. So it makes people anxious to even bring that up. They might be in a relationship with someone and they don't even want to bring it up because, you know, they might feel she might respond in a negative way. So what I'm doing is showing people how a lot of women out there are receptive to it. There are some women who are not receptive to it, but there's some that are. Like with you right now, you seem like you're not too much receptive to it. Would that be true?
No, I just never encountered to like some kind of situation, same kind of situation.
Okay. How do you feel about it though? The situation.
I'm not sure because I'm personally not really into feet. So.
Okay, but how would you feel if a guy that you knew was into feet?
I'm not sure. Just some personal preferences. I'm not sure.
Would you? Okay.
Because some people are into hands and.
Yeah. Are you into anything specifically about a guy that you like? Maybe like eyes or something?
Yeah, I would say eyes.
You like a guy's eyes? Okay, so are you comfortable with telling a guy that he has nice eyes?
Yeah.
You are? Okay. Well, there's some well, see, eyes are different from feet, you know? You know, some guys might, or some women, or some guys might be shameful to let a woman know that she has pretty feet. So, if you were to get a compliment about your feet, how would you feel about it?
I don't know, because I don't really think feet are that important to me.
Okay.
So,
How often do you show your feet?
not very much.
Not very much? Okay, if you were like walking around with open-toed shoes like sandals, and a guy gave you a compliment about your feet, how would you feel?
Say thank you? I don't know.
You would say thank you, but how would you feel? Would it be pleasant or unpleasant?
I would say pleasant because it'll be still some kind of compliment, I guess.
Okay. All right. So, what if a guy said he wanted to give you like a foot massage, rub on your feet, kiss on your feet, smell on your feet, lick on your feet, those things?
If that were my significant other, then that would be fine. But if not, then no.
Okay. So, if you were with somebody that you knew personally, you would let him do it?
Yeah.
Would it be pleasurable? Because have you ever had it done before?
Foot massage?
That's it?
Yeah, foot massage.
Okay. But beyond that, you would be receptive to that?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Okay. All right. So, would you be comfortable showing your feet without your socks?
No.
No? Why not?
Not right now.
Not right now? Why not?
I don't know.
You don't know? Do you get pedicures?
No.
Okay. So, what's the worst thing that could happen from you showing your feet?
Worst thing?
Yeah. There has to be a reason why you don't want to show your feet. Is it something that's because it's something that's attributed to it that is negative or off-putting?
I don't know. I'm just not in the mood right now.
You're just not in the mood right now. You can't elaborate on that? Can you?
Sorry?
Is it because, do you get pedicures? I asked you if you get pedicures.
You did.
Okay, do you get them?
No.
You don't? Okay. So is it because you don't like the way your feet look? You don't want to show them to me? Is it the social setting?
The public.
Yeah. Okay. You don't want to be shown in public. Okay. All right then. I respect that. So about my approach, is there anything about my approach that could have been better? What did you feel about my approach initially when I came up to you?
It was fine.
It was fine. Okay. You have any suggestions or critiques that could make it better? Refinements that should be made?
I know, overall it's fine.
Okay. All right then. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any parting words?
No.
No? Okay. All right then. Take care. Take care.